Today's episode is why becoming the CEO of your business should be a priority for 2024. Hi, my name's Liz Stamford and I'm one half of Baba Business, the Birth and Baby Business Academy.
And I'm Anna LaGrange and I'm the other half of the Birth and Baby Business Academy, the community membership for birth and baby business owners who want to turn their passion into profit.
Brilliant. So we were just having a little off-air chat about how important it is to be the CEO of your business, and let's sort of start with that phrase or that that word, the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of your business. And I think that for some people watching this or listening to this, they might be like, oh, that's not me. No, that's not me. And I think that that's totally normal. And we've been there as well, where we haven't felt in charge of our lives, let alone our businesses. When you've got a lot going on, especially if you've got other priorities, like you've got a job or you've got kids or you've got a busy home and family life where, we've both got that and we've both been there. It can be difficult to think of your business as a priority and as being something that needs your love, time and attention, just as your family does, just as your employed job does as well. But it just gives you a totally different approach to your business if you can step into that CEO mindset, doesn't it? That's what we were talking about off air, and I think it's really important.
Yeah, we were saying, I think often when we come into this world, we often see ourselves as quite small, like imposter syndrome sort of comes in, and we might talk about our little business or our little side hustle, and we're sort of working away in it. We're doing a lot of working in our business, so all the kind of everyday tasks, getting through the task list. But actually, what's so important is to have a sort of to take a step back from the everyday workings. And look, we say this as two people who are running a business, and we at the moment with Baba, because it's quite a new enterprise, we are doing everything ourselves, apart from we've got a few automation software things, but generally we're doing it all. We kind of started from scratch, we're doing it all of ourselves, which with our other businesses we do have help. So you can still have a CEO mindset of your business and still be doing the work, the daily day-to-day task. It's not about that. It's not about having a massive team and having everything delegated, but it is about giving yourself, like you say, a different mindset. And part of that is being able to step out of the day-to-day and be like, okay, what is it I want to achieve with this business? What is the overall goal? What's our vision? What are the values of my business? What is it? Almost seeing your business as this kind of thing, being of its own, for want of a better word, its own sort of its own microorganism that is breathing and living. And yes, of course, you're very important with that, but it is its own entity. Is probably how I put it.
Yeah, that's really important. And I think that is difficult for people to get their heads around or engage with initially. But I think once you step out of that mindset of being a self-employed person versus a CEO, or as we like to call it, like a serious business owner, then you can step back and you can see that difference totally. So I was listening to or reading something the other day by a coach in the industry that Anna and I really, enjoy her stuff. And she was saying, do you have a self-employed mindset or do you have a CEO mindset? And that just really made me go, oh my goodness, like when you think about it like that, do you have a self-employed mindset? So self-employed to me is like where you're living like paycheck to paycheck, as they would say. You're like, month to month, trying to fill those classes every month, like you're hustling, which I know so many birth and baby business owners do. Whereas a CEO doesn't do that. A CEO steps back, they plan, they look at they look at the year ahead, then they look at the quarter, they plan how many people they need, how many people they want, and then they create a plan around that. There's no sort of like hustle, or there's no kind of like panic to like, what am I going to do? How am I going to make this money this month? It's all there. It's structured. It's thought about. And I think for me, that's a real difference between a self-employed mindset and a CEO mindset. And that's really, that's what we do with Baba. Even if we don't have any help or support with Baba, but we are very good at looking at the future and deciding what it is that we want to do and how we're going to get there.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean to say that we don't change our mind or bring things in last minute sometimes, or it's not about that. But overall, we have this very clear vision, and we have these very clear goals, monetary and numbers wise. We have done right from the start. But it's only because of our own personal business experience that we've got to that stage. So we've learned through experience that is how to be serious about your business. So we actually take time out of the day-to-day running of our business to plan, to strategize, to put the numbers together, and then think backwards. Okay, so we want so many 100 members in the membership. Working backwards, what does that mean for what we're going to do this month or next month? What about our other offers? Where are they going to place in the year? And it feels like quite a grown-up way to run a business, but it is really how, if you want your business to be successful and profitable, it's really how you've got to do it. And I think sometimes what happens with people, especially if you've got something new that's come to your area, certainly this happened to me with the Mindful Breastfeeding School, is in the beginning sales did come quite easily for me because it was something new and unique and people really wanted to book on. And then slowly I had to, that kind of work I was putting into marketing stopped working. And I did have to think, oh, okay, well, that isn't a long-term strategy. I need different strategies to fill my courses. So I think, and I'm not saying that for everybody that's the case. For some people, it's not easy in the beginning and you have to find those strategies earlier on. But it's definitely about having that flexible mindset, that sort of, okay, that didn't work. What do we need to try now? Or this has shifted. Like, again, happened to me and a lot of people who provide online education. The pandemic was a really amazing time for us. Everybody went online and wanted to do these online courses. They're like, I'm going to do that course I've been wanting to do for years. I think across the board did brilliantly 2020 and first half of 2021. Yeah. And then it all just went a bit, because people had bought these courses, they hadn't had time to do them all, life had got back to busyness, and we had a bit of a slump. So again, it's like, okay, the things have changed. People often say, well, things have changed with the cost of living, squeeze, for example. So life does change. Things do go through ebbs and flow. There's always something. And it's about looking back and thinking, not thinking, oh, my business is over, I'm done for. It's about thinking, okay, the world is changing. My business needs to change and adapt as well. Let's try this. Let's try something else. And that flexibility and a growth mindset is all part of having that CEO mindset, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That growth mindset definitely comes into to being a CEO. And I just want to make a really important point there. Like when we're talking about things like the cost of living crisis, there's all the way through 2023, the words that we were hearing, we were picking up in the news and the media were, that we're on the edge of recession and like cost of living crisis and all of those sorts of things. And so what they do to people is they kind of like, that scares people and that makes them take longer about their purchasing decisions. But that doesn't mean that we as business owners suddenly go and slash our prices and like, knock everything down to like bargain basement, because that doesn't work either. Because people look at really low priced offers and think, oh, they mustn't be very good, and it is so important that you charge your worth and your value. Not that you are like overcharging people, but that you charge people for your knowledge, your time, your value, and you feel good about what it is that you're receiving. So sometimes I get opportunities and get asked to do things, and I think, oh, that sounds really good, but then the amount of time and effort I'd have to put into it doesn't equal the amount of money that I'm going to be paid, and it doesn't equal exposure either. So sometimes, you might do something for a small amount of money because you get exposure to something bigger. That's also a CEO mindset, being able to see that. But sometimes it doesn't equal that either. And so you have to make the CEO decision of, my time is valuable, so I'm not going to spend it there. I'm going to spend it somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely. Being a CEO, part of that is making tough decisions. A lot of us in this world tend to be natural people pleasers. We're very caring people. But part of being a CEO is saying no when something isn't going to work for you, or almost more importantly for your business.
Yeah, definitely. And all of this takes time to, you don't instantly set up a business and become just know how to do all this stuff. Like it comes gradually over time, and that's why it's great to have like mentors or a community of people who are at the same stage or slightly ahead of you, so you can be looking and seeing, like, it can be modeled for you. You can see how other people are doing it, how they're managing it, and that means that it's also possible for you as well to have that kind of approach to your business and that kind of mindset.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've got a couple of things about that can really help you with this. So the first thing we're talking about planning and starting your year off, as a CEO of your business. So our planner and our planning session are both things that will really help you start off on that. That's, that early track. We're thinking about, that overview, getting really clear on your goal and vision for your business. And then also we've got some VIP strategy days coming up for people who may have some, I know I'm so excited, who have got a project or something, or product or something new, perhaps it's premises or a new service they're offering, and they really want it just to explode with it, for it to be something massive, and they really want the help of two business owners to bring it into fruition. So we're offering these VIP days to just a select few people. So if that's something you think you would benefit from, and your business would benefit from, then do get in touch with us. We'd love to tell you more about that.
Yeah, definitely. We're super excited about those VIP days, and also just to mention that it is a full day, but you also get 3 weeks unlimited messaging support with us, and you get 12 months free access to our membership, which comes with an absolute boatload of goodies and goodness, as well as a community. So it's one day where you'll get a lot out of it in terms of strategy, but then there's a lot of support beyond that as well to really help give you that accountability, to help you keep moving forward, to realize and recognize your dreams. So yeah, we're dead excited about that. So like Anna said, do get in touch if you want to know more about our VIP sessions. We'd love to tell you.
Yeah, and everything else will be in the show notes, so do have a look at what we've got on offer this year. Very exciting beginning of the new year for everybody. And don't forget as well to like, subscribe, and share the podcast or YouTube show with anybody who you think would benefit from listening in.
Definitely.
We'll see you next week.